This is it. The Fantastic Plastics Yo-Yo Shootout for 2019. Some of these yo-yos you've seen, and some of them you need to see. Whatever it is, we're going to break this down category by category. I'll explain as we go along. If you're new to the game, you may ask yourself, why plastic? Well, it's budget friendly, which is excellent for beginners, but us more seasoned players are able to hone our skills. Plastic survives better, and certain yo-yos helps us to transition very well into the metals. We'll begin our journey with the Replay Pro. The Replay Pro left a bad taste in my mouth. The colorways was just But when I saw this amber, man, I had to get counseling. But check this out. Yo-Yo Factory is not really known for their dazzling colorways, so the Replay Pro kind of just didn't do it for me. Plus, it just didn't live up to what expectations I had, so I had to manage them. But this is a good yo-yo. Check the stats. The only con I would give it is that you can only purchase this in one configuration, either responsive or unresponsive, which is a little bit of a drag, but I mean, for $16, you can't do no better. Solid entry-level yo-yo indeed. So, I'm on Team Replay. Gentry, you got me. The First Base by Recess. Incidentally, YoTricks.com just did a 90-second review, so check it out if you want a little bit more details. The First Base is an entry-level yo-yo in the same vein as the Replay Pro, but it ups the situation by providing more options, including a regular C-size bearing and a half-spec bearing to keep it unresponsive. It has that classic butterfly shape and a lot of color options because it's been out for a while. But in my collection, there's a little bit of a theme running through my plastics. You could compare this to the Duncan Butterfly, seeing as though they're shaped very similarly. But the Duncan Butterfly does not move the conversation forward, whereas the First Base is a fully modern yo-yo. Check the stats. The only con I would give it is that the spin time is a little short, which is typical of unresponsive yo-yos. I do keep this unresponsive because it's useful for staying up on my basics, like UFOs, rocking a baby, cradles, and once in a while you can do something a little bit more involved. But some of these tricks you got to be careful of because a responsive yo-yo will come back on you quick, especially when you start talking about string layers. All in all, the First Base is the best entry-level plastic yo-yo available. And that Noyo version is iconic, if you can get your hands on one.
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find
The Yo-Yo Zekio Vapor. The Vapor represents a significant upgrade over our first two yo-yos and is also a fully modern yo-yo. What do I mean? Modern yo-yo has moved away from the tug responsive ones. They still exist, but they only make up about 10% of the total yo-yos that's made, maybe even less. The vast majority of modern yo-yos, however, is that they are unresponsive, meaning that they won't come back when you tug on it. It's not broke, you just need to learn how to do a bind. Unresponsive yo-yos allow the yo-yo to spin longer, which we call spin time. It allows you to work on your style, hit the tricks, and perfect it. And it does so in ways that the tug responsive yo-yos just won't let happen. The Vapor is both fully modern and fully unresponsive. If you can't find it, it is also called the Boreas for Yo-Yo Empire. Yo-Yo Ezekiel and Yo-Yo Empire have this weird relationship with each other that I don't feel like deciphering. But you can get your hand on a few of their yo-yos, including the Spectre, which is also a machined polycarbonate. Check the stats. The kind I would give this is branding, and it is lost in a sea of similar yo-yos. But this thing plays decently. It's machined polycarbonate. So it has a bit more heft and a bit more uniform body structure, making it pretty decent. I had a bad experience with Ezekiel once, but this brings him right back. Ezekiel's alright with me.
The kid that worked down at the local Baskin Robbins got a tattoo of a lipstick print attached above his collar. I watched the relocating pistachio.
The Banger by Amplified Return Tops. Strap in. The Banger is our Darwin plastic entry. Darwin being a superior material to work with, and yo-yos made from it typically perform better than their polycarbonate counterparts. Darwin feels denser, it's usually machined, and you get better uniformity in your pieces, less vibe. I have 3 Darwin yo-yos and they feel very similar. There's a warmth to Darwin that you don't get with other yo-yos. But notice, the Banger draws heavy comparisons to the Protostar or the One Star. Very similar shape, W. But the Banger does perform better than those. Check the stats. Unfortunately, the Banger is not available, but the Serenade is a credible option in case you're looking for it. And they perform similarly, so have a go.
Yo, Banger, I like you. You a good yo-yo. I'm gonna let you finish. But Brandon Vu had one of the greatest plastic yo-yos of all time. Of all time!
Well, that got weird quickly. Here's me using the yo-yo. I'm gonna make that trick famous. The Variant, a collaboration between Brandon Vu, Jeffrey Pang, and Magic Yo-Yo. I'm tempted to say that I saved the best for last, but more accurately, this is the most impressive out of the bunch. Compared with metal yo-yos, plastics generally have 3 major deficiencies, namely weight, spin, and float. And the Variant attempts to address all of these issues. Let's check the stats. You'll notice that this is 66 grams, which is a little heavier than typical plastics. And that price, that's not too shabby either. The Variant is heavy and it's big. As big as the Gargantua. Now, poly to poly, the Variant is dogging the Gargantua in terms of performance. It's all in the rims. Actually, the Variant is a plastic follow-up to the Outlier, taking design cues from that. Making it a little bigger, a little wider, and beefier in the rims allows for a more competition experience in play. So basically, this is the hottest plastic yo-yo since the Cabal. I can't recommend this any higher. And at $20, man, you have no excuse for not wanting to get this. So check it out. But next time, we're going to investigate the spirit of self-sacrifice. I'm Simply Mike, and this has been the Fantastic Plastics Review for 2019. In the meantime, you guys keep throwing. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.